My God. Okay, Kendrick, are you ready? Because I'm not.
Woo! I don't know if we're ready or not today. We're here though.
We're
here.
not. We're not. I'm just warning you. I'm warning you guys. I'm having Wi-Fi issues because that's what loves to happen on a Sunday. So I'm having Wi-Fi issues. So if I'm going in and out, if it's not good, I don't know. It might even like just kick me off.
Ooh.
So I know.
It's okay. We're gonna give y'all as much of a show as we can while we're here. Okay.
While we can. Here's the show.
Yeah.
Hi guys. Hi everyone in the chat. Sorry we were late.
Hi everybody.
Hi everyone in the chat. Okay, so I already cleared this with Kendrick. But I am so obsessed. Like this past week has been life altering.
Yeah.
Like I'll never recover. I'll never be the same. And it's like making me go through my entire life as well. It's just, I know where a lot of us are going through it with the whole, like with the recent Epstein drop and that sounds so small. It's actually like it's a huge network. It's crazy.
They're trying to make it small is the problem.
They're trying to make it small. So I need to finally combine my obsession that I have about this stuff with this show in some way, or I'm going to go crazy. But I know that not everybody wants to come here for that type of information. So we're going to save it for the end. We're going to have an end segment that I'm calling my spiral segment.
I'm here for it. Okay.
So we're going to have fun in the beginning. We're going to talk about Potomac. We're going to talk about the Traitors, and then we're going to get into our tinfoil hat era where we just go nuts. Does my microphone sound okay? Does everything working?
Yes. Sounds amazing.
Okay,
Hi, someone asked, does Kendrick have a channel? I do not. You can just listen to me on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, the I Cannot podcast, IKEN not. I'd love to have you over there. Before we start into Potomac, because you know I cannot wait to discuss Potomac with you. Both of us had a ball with Potomac this season. So we talked about it last week. I just want to quickly ask your opinion. Did you see the update about Savannah Guthrie's mom? Them saying, oh, I don't know, this could go on for months or years even. Was that not a weird ass statement for the police to put out? That felt so weird to me.
Kendrick, I was worried you were going to bring this up again.
I'm
going to say something really shitty. I don't care.
Oh, okay.
I want to care, but I'm like, there's so much going on, and it's such a specific thing that I'm like, I can't take in this information.
I know. I'm at the place where I truly feel like a lot of people know a lot more than. So I'm in the conspiracy boat of it, but we're also in a world now where a lot of people are being kidnapped by a whole federal agency every day, all day. So it is weird to give one person this amount of energy, but I truly feel like that's a conspiracy. So anyway, Potomac.
Yeah, I'm so I was like, I hope he doesn't bring it up again because I felt like an asshole last week, not just being like,
no,
I don't care. I hate that, but
I
can't keep. See, I think that's I get it. I get that it's a story, but to me, I have my brain has exploded with everything else, and I'm like, just let me know when that's figured out. We have other things. So you can keep me updated.
Yes, it's weird.
It's weird. That's the update. It's weird.
The update. Yep.
It's weird. Okay, well now let's talk. I'm so excited to talk about Potomac with you.
I know.
Okay, so for those who were wondering, I didn't even know you were watching Potomac. I was saving all of them. I watched the first half all back to back, I binged it. And then I wanted to wait until all of them were out again to watch again. And I saw stuff online about the Colorado trip, but I hadn't seen it. That Colorado trip is those are 3 of some of the best episodes of television ever.
Amazing.
Okay?
My God.
I kind of want them to only go on sort of fucked up vacations from now on just to see, because Giselle is funny when you've got her in situations like that.
Yes, it's so good. It's so good. Nobody was prepared. I think everybody thought that Angel was gonna use this as an opportunity to like truly impress everybody because she's been kind of on the island by herself. Like her and Kiana, they've been like
Yeah,
dubbed the sad girls. And I think she's like, okay, this is gonna be great. Hopefully, she's gonna take us out here. We'll get to see like this whole Wonderland thing that she's
yeah.
talking about. And boy, did they have expectations. I mean, even having expectations low would have messed things up because my God.
Hold on, there's one part did I save that to my computer? Hold on, because there's one moment on the trip that sticks out in my head as just oh, here, yeah, I have it. Okay, so it's not, like, all pretty and edited, but I'm gonna play the part because
Mhm.
what is happening here?
Ben Dinkins, he is a
Why does
high,
why
ultra
does he
high net
not look
worth
at
wealth
anyone?
advisor. So we talking B's.
Loser.
He is a client of Wonderland Outdoors as well. So
And then he just
he's amazing.
stares at
So
them.
yeah,
It's in it's in my brain where I'm just like, "Now why
Mhm.
were they just staring at them?"
That set the tone for the trip, honestly, because them men didn't care. They didn't care to meet those men. It was like that to me, that shows Angel's mentality of not knowing who her audience is. Like she doesn't
Oh,
know what
very
these
much.
women want. She doesn't know that these men don't give a damn about them. Like everybody was disinterested. And she's like, oh my God, right? Right? Everybody, right? And they're like, no, sis, like move on to the next thing. Let's go back to the colored oxygen mask or whatever the hell weird shit we were
Yeah,
just doing
that
over
yes.
there. Goodness.
Yeah, no, I it's been that part just sticks in my head as like, why? Why and also how? Like, I don't even know how you meet people and just don't react and just
Right.
stare, and I'm like, "God, I feel like they hate this show,
Mhm.
and they don't want anything to do with the show, but
Mhm.
anyway, I thought everyone did a great job on the Colorado trip. How about that too?
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
I know I saw some people being like, "Giselle took it too far." I text Kendrick and I'm like, "I would have been Giselle.
Didn't
I
take
would
it
have
far enough.
I didn't take it far enough because Angel was not upset enough, and I like but Angel also did her part too by just being, like, really bad at it.
Right. Truly. And it was I it's so hard because a lot of stuff that went wrong, like obviously, like she got that house. She wasn't expecting the house to be like as piss poor as
Yes.
it was, like no running
Yeah.
water and having a chef having to go and cut the water on and it constantly going out, like the heat being like up and down, up and down. Like no one could expect that. Like that's the risk you take when you don't stay at a hotel and you stay at an Airbnb. Like that's the risk. And so they had all those risks. So like I get it. She didn't have control over it, but what you did have control over was, oh, they're lacking this. I have all this at my home. Why don't I at least see if they're okay, if they'd like to come here, if they want to do this? Like she was not communicative enough for me, and that would have pissed me off easily.
Oh, no, no.
Easily.
When Giselle goes off on her on the plane,
Mhm.
I was like, because I remember people posting, like, "This was too far. Giselle took it too far." I was like, "I'm problematic maybe because I like, you do not bring me to a whole different state and do that." But,
My
like,
God.
it was also so fucking entertaining
My God.
that, like, I lived for it. Like, I'm so sorry to them for having to go through that because I can't even imagine,
Right.
but it was absolutely perfect for a trip to be when Giselle says, "We don't have water."
I love the way she enunciates all the time. I find myself imitating her all the time.
I'm like, that's a whole other level. You didn't have
Right.
water.
They were taking whole baths.
And then but also Angel's reaction was not big enough at all to finding out
Mm-mm.
there was no water, like, "Wait, what?" Oh
Mm-mm.
my god. But then even like she didn't check on him the next day. I would have it was like, "If this is an emergency, I would be checking on them." Didn't check, but instead, the way her version of she's like, "I went into fix it mode." So I went to try to find them some place to stay. I'm like, "Whatever you did, you didn't do fast enough because Giselle already ended up finding another hotel and, like, going to the
Right.
Four Seasons." So, what or do you I was also waiting for Angel to say, "I found accommodations for you guys," or something, but she kind of is like, "I found it, I haven't booked it yet." I'm like, "So you didn't have anything."
Right. Like my thing is, she keeps saying like, "Oh, it's busy season, this and that." Busy season, okay. Depending on what it is, like if the Super Bowl is in somebody's city, okay. All
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Airbnbs, all hotels might be sold out. There might be a chance you like something you risk. busy season in Colorado for fly fishing or whatever she kept saying was going on.
Oh god.
You could probably find other accommodations. They might not be the best or most like, and I know like production, obviously we're producing a TV show. I know there are factors that come into play, but whoever was like helping with this, or if it was just her or whatever, there were other things you could have done. So either we wanted to torture the girls, thank you, or we just did not do nearly enough, which either one, the reaction was going to be the same reaction you were going to get. I'm sorry.
Exactly, and it
Yeah.
just, like, it was torture, I'm sure, for everyone involved in the house with no water. However, it was hilarious because
Mhm.
also the house being an hour and a half away from Angel's house, so then when they drove back to their place, it's pitch black. There's no lights. Like,
Going
it
up
was
a
so
spiral mountain, like, are you kidding me? Right out of a movie, a horror movie. Jesus.
Stacey had a really funny interview clip or her little confessional clip there where she's like, "And you know who's the first one to die? The smart, pretty one."
She cracked me up when she was like, "I think she's trying to off us," because no, that's what I'll be thinking too. I absolutely think you're trying to offer me. My God.
I do think Angel thought it was kind of funny that the house was bad and didn't like, it's like, "No, no, no." Like, it's one thing to
Oh.
try to give Giselle and Ashley, like, a bad room, but that's stupid anyway. But it's
Mhm.
another thing to find out that the water is intermittent.
Listen, all of God put all of my enemies in one house and took water away from them. Are you kidding me? That is, you can't ask for better karma than that. Angel was probably, even though she was like, I'm in fix it mode, she was probably on the inside smiling from ear to ear. Wendy, Giselle, Ashley, all in one house. Oh, you can't get better than that. Oh no. Oh no.
And she looked so confused too when they get on the plane and Giselle's like, "Too late. It's too late." She's like, "Wait." I'm like, "No, way too." She's very Eeyore. Angel is
Yes.
very Eeyore, very
Mhm.
much Eeyore energy, like it's just like that kind of mopey, like droopy kind of thing.
Mhm.
She's okay. So let's go through the cast. So like, what's your take then on Angel?
Okay. Angel, first half, I was like, "Oh, no, this might have just been bad." Because I've
Yep,
said it a million times, I'm
yep,
very firm in the fact that I think Housewives need 2 seasons. At
yep.
first, I was not convinced she needed another season. I kinda want her back. I like,
I do too.
by the end of this, I was like, "Oh, we gotta see what she does second go round." Like, I kinda need everybody back because this cast works
Everybody.
for me, everybody. And so she's one that I actually hope she really comes alive during this reunion because I really think that could shift some view. Like that could she started the housewife on this trip. Like the whole thing with the rooms, the jumping up, so like you're not gonna come to my house until you tell me whatever kind of rumor you're trying to push. Like she starts the housewife, then she backs off. She housewives, then she backs off. I don't know if like Kiana's giving her bad advice or like what it is, but I need her to like you've had 20 years of like a trail set for you. Just go down the path. That's all you got to
Yeah,
do. Walk the path.
I wanna see her back because I wanna see where she's gonna live. I wanna see how she's gonna pull all of that off because it was
Mhm.
pretty clear that they were just renting a house for filming. Giselle clocked it. I know Giselle is problematic for a lot of people. By the way,
My
I'm
queen.
purposely not I'm not looking at the chat until I'm done with Potomac because I have no doubt people are disagreeing with me, and I hate talking about Potomac, and people get all upset, and, like, these are just my opinions.
Yes.
But, um but, like, Giselle was right. It's like she didn't give him the right date because how do you not know when the lease is up? How do you not know when your short-term lease is up? You have kids, you know the exact day.
Uh-huh.
And they don't just
Mhm.
kick out a family, and it makes that Airbnb or whatever it is you're renting look bad if they were just like, "Oh, we didn't tell you?" No, you knew. You knew, and
Exactly.
you're trying to scramble. So, therefore, I would like to see what she does when she comes back. Like, what
Mhm.
is she gonna have a house in Colorado? Is she gonna commit to it? Because I'm curious.
She claimed that her and Bobby have said that like they bought a home in Potomac proper. I think a $2 million home there. So I'm like, okay, I would like to see it. I would
I
like to
would like
see
to
it.
see it. I would
Uh-huh.
like to see I'm not against
Especially
it.
this would be one of those times, like Erica Jane, go over there. This would be one of those times I'd actually like to see how they make the house. Like I'd like to see the renovations because if they do like they did their actual
Mm.
Colorado house, I kind of want to.
Gorge.
I love a little HGTV action, so if we
Me
get to
too.
just see, like, their creative process with it, I wouldn't mind that. Now, that can't be your main storyline, let's be clear. It can't be your main, like, what's going on kinda situation,
You know,
but I'd like to
here's
see
my
it.
prediction when you said that. I
Mm,
predict that Angel would want that, like, the renovations of her house to be her storyline,
mhm.
but everything else would end up being her storyline. Like, you know what I mean? Like, she'd be like, "I'm just trying to renovate my house and, like, show you guys my beautiful home," and it's like, "Well, we have more questions." And then she
No,
was you know what I'm saying?
it's absolutely gonna be a scene of, like, Wendy, Giselle, and Ashley in the corner being like, "You know, someone died in that house she bought. There's a ghost in there, and they say it can't be getting" like, it's gonna be all kinds of mess on the side about this house purchase. $2 million house purchase.
$2 million house. Okay, let's go to another newbie. Well, I guess she's a returning newbie, Jassy. Jazzy. I'm gonna give my opinion first on
Okay,
Jazzy.
yes, yes.
I struggle with her because
Mhm.
she's really, really obviously just doing stuff for the cameras and,
Yeah.
like, making moments, and I struggle. As much as I know that that's part of the job, it's like,
No, she's Britney adjacent.
yeah, I don't wanna have to see it so clearly, like, "Alright,
Mhm.
I know what this little moment is here."
She had been trying to have a moment with Tia all season, and I'm like, "Girl,
Yes.
let it go." Like, what I don't understand, like, none of us it makes sense when, like, we see the beginning of the beef and, like, it goes like, whatever, like, that makes sense.
Mhm.
We don't know where these, like, moments, like, come from, and neither does Tia, clearly, because Tia's like, "Wait, what's happening
Why are
right
we
now?"
fighting?
Exactly, it's so weird, and she's changing like, I like Jazzy, but if she does not return, I'm not
That's the
crying
on
over it.
that's the only one I'm like, we don't need to have
Yeah,
her back.
yeah. She doesn't need to
Now
come
how
back
did
full time. Friend of is
friend
maximum.
of maximum,
Yeah.
maximum. How did you feel about Monique's return?
I did not hate it as much as I thought I would, and that shocked because, you know, I was not looking forward to Monique coming back. I'm like, "Oh gosh, here we go. We still digging up people from the grave, like, this is a mess." Like, I was not into it. It did feel like she actually came back with different energy, and I was like,
Mhm,
"Oh," that and I always like when people leave and come back, I like to see, like, the new versions of themselves, so it did feel like that. Now, could she just
agreed.
be better at putting on? I don't know, but it felt better, so I didn't mind it.
Yeah, and, like, I still, like oh, this is gonna get crazy in the chat.
Uh-oh.
I still don't like Monique.
Yeah.
I still am like, she's not I find her to be, like, annoying, and she's very, like, bossy, and no wonder Angel was, like, resistant to what Monique was saying because Monique was talking like, "You're just like my ex-husband," and all that kinda stuff. So, like,
Yeah.
but that's, like, Monique, but I was in the same boat, like, I was not looking forward to it at all. However, if you are gonna come back, return divorced and, like, going through a whole new life change or something, because that's
Mhm.
cool. That's interesting.
Exactly. Don't just bring people back for the sake of it, like, actually have gone through something, big changes, new energy. I can do that.
There we
I don't
go.
mind too much, yeah.
Alright, how did you feel about Tia by the end?
I love Tia. Like,
Love Tia.
Tia is
Yay!
a yes, we both love Tia.
We
Tia is a
love
villain
Tia!
because she truly isn't trying, but when she, like,
I
gets
love her.
into it, I just love it. She's funny to me. I like her family. I love a black Brit, okay? I love Brit
Me
and Nigerian too. Oh,
too.
I'm kind of obsessed. So I
Right?
love the confessionals. I don't know why, like, no one else can, like, pull that kind of, like she really went for it sometimes in the confessional, even like that weird like rooster thing. I was like, you know what? Only
I love
you.
it.
I personality is shining. I can see it for you. So yes, Tia, I'm 10 toes down
Yay.
on. Love Tia.
I'm like, "Tia, she better not go anywhere."
Mhm.
Full
Mhm.
time, everything. Love her.
Yeah.
She is just too cute.
Yes.
Um, and we're probably gonna get more, like, if we get her again, it'll be there's something with the husband, I can tell there's something with her marriage, something
Ooh.
there. I can just tell
Mm.
it's a long relation I'm just like, "Ah, we'll get something out of that."
Uh-huh. Mhm.
Okay, now let's go to our mains. We know how you feel about Giselle and how I feel about Giselle. We don't need to go
Yes.
through that.
Mhm.
Um, Stacy, I think we both like Stacy. She's great for the show, right?
Yes, 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 yes. I get weird with the fandom sometimes because
Yes.
they're kinda putting her on that level of no matter what she does, she can do no wrong, and I'm like, "It's okay to clock a lie." Like, people lie, like, that's okay, like, we listen, we like Drew Sidora over here, okay? We love a good lie on TV. Like we don't mind a good lie. So it's okay when it's harmless like that, but like there's some gaslighting sometimes going on with like the viewers to make everybody feel like they're crazy for like not fully believing some of the stuff Stacey says. But I'm like, we can fully like love
Yeah.
Stacey, but also say that like Stacey that's not true. Like those two things can exist in the same world.
Yeah, and it's entertaining to watch, and, like,
Yes.
she's also, like, very I don't think she means to be funny, but she is funny, and that's good, like, she like,
Mhm.
when they're in Colorado and she walks away because she's mad at Wendy and they're fighting, and she just all of a sudden, like, walks away from the table. She has, like, such a stiff walk that she
Yes.
just kinda, like when she, like, walked off, it cracked me up the way she just, like her arms don't really move or swing, so she
She
just,
did
like,
that
suddenly just, like, walked off, like, "Mm, oh."
she did that with Ashley at the very like, I think maybe the first
Yes!
episode of the season.
Yes!
Her arm was up like this, and she's like, "I just don't know what we're talking about," and then she just kinda turns and
Mm.
goes this way. I'm like, "What am I watching right now?" But again, I was cracking up watching it.
That
Like
was a great that physical comedy, damn, that was great,
yes.
Kendrick,
Oh,
that was
Stacey.
hysterical. No, she's very funny, but she's absolutely, like, lying about stuff, and it's entertaining, and that's great.
Wait, let me
Now
ask you, do
oh,
you
oh,
believe the her and Timo whatever of it all?
I ha no, I don't understand any of it,
Me
like,
neither.
none of it, I don't get
Mhm.
but I'm like, I accept that she's on this show to just be a whack job, and, like,
Mhm.
I'm okay with that, and it's
Yep.
their job to, like, make her tell the truth. It's my job to just enjoy the weird stories that she's
Exactly.
weaving.
Yes. Yes, yes, I 100% agree with that, yep.
You know, like, I'm like, "I don't know, I'm along for the ride." If she wants to bring this dude around and make it seem like they're together, but it okay,
Alright.
okay, alright, that's fine. Um,
Mhm.
now I know I've said this to Kendrick, with my whole chest,
Oh.
and I'm saying it now.
Oh, yes, 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 okay. Mhm.
I'm saying it now. I'm saying it first about Ashley Darby.
Mhm.
I just can't with Ashley Darby anymore. I don't
Mhm.
want her off the show. I'm not gonna say that because that's crazy, but just, like,
Yeah.
it's getting so icky with the guys and, like, and just it just ew.
Yeah.
It's just I'm just, like, getting icked out by it.
Mhm.
However, I'm not gonna take away her, I guess, contribution on the
Yeah.
show. I would never take that away.
Yeah.
But it's just, like, her game is so very clear. It's so clear what she's
Oh,
doing.
yeah.
It's like she is an employee almost now and knows, like, "Okay, the season has started. Now it's time to do the things."
Mhm. And
You
she's very
know?
much like, I heard she knows her role. She, like, gets into that, like, Sheree Whitfield
Wow.
of it all
Yeah.
sometimes, and she's always like, I heard this and I heard that," and no matter what it is, she takes that as gospel every single time. She's like,
Yep.
"Nope, this is what we're using to, like, drive this forward. It's always gonna happen." So, it's just it's I'm the same way as you. I can't take away from her because I feel like without her, we wouldn't have gotten nearly as activated of a Stacey as we got this season between like her and Kiarna. They like had her and activated Stacey was hilarious to me. So I loved it. And honestly, activated Kiarna was too. But when she was sad girl Kiarna, I didn't like that. But
Oh, yeah, I
in the
forgot to
mix,
ask about Kiarna, sorry.
oh,
Well,
well, she's a
that
main
kind
too. So it's
sh
yeah, it's
yeah, Kiarna is another one that I don't really like Kiarna, but I
mm,
also want her there again.
yes. And the Colorado trip had me dying because every time she started crying, I was like, what
Oh
is
my
happening right now?
that was good. That was really good because she was funny about it too. She's like, "I don't know why. Is it the altitude?"
It's so good.
Um, okay, but now I'm gonna get to my big confession, and that
Yes.
is Wendy. This whole season, they're dropping how they have the budget, the renovation budget, the money, the budget. They're talking about it so much that I'm like, "What the
It's a
this is
bad look.
bad look."
Ooh, it's a
It's
lot.
a bad and I do agree with you, Kendrick, when you said this was her best season. I
Yeah,
agree because she wasn't like she just kinda gave in. She's always wanted to be, like you said, the
a mean
Giselle.
girl. Mhm,
She wanted to be like the bitchy, mean, popular girl, but she just, like,
mhm.
didn't have that role yet on the show.
Yep,
And
and
so she's just able to do that now.
mhm. It's so tr I think a lot of girls come on the show in the same boat as Wendy, where they think they're gonna like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna get like Atlanta. I think I'm gonna get along with Portia because Portia's the it girl. I'm gonna get
Mm.
along with." Oh, I was trying to think who the it girl is in Salt Lake City, but it's a lot of losers. I don't know. Like, you
There's
get on the
not one.
show. I know you get
Not
on
the
the show.
same, not the
Not
same.
the same. Nope. You get on the show and you're like, "Oh, I'm gonna hang out with these girls," and it's like that. And then when it doesn't become that, then it becomes a whole nother thing. But
Yes.
now the slip always kind of shows for like that type of housewife
Yep,
because they come in and they're like, once they kind of get we never leave high school. I say it all the time. We never leave high school.
so
And
true.
so I think she was happy finally being on that side now. Like the whole Robin and
Mhm.
Candace exiting thing, I think was honestly best case scenario for Wendy. And honestly, probably Giselle too, because now
Giselle
Giselle has
too.
to step up to a lot of other people on the show that she necessarily wouldn't have in the first place. And so that was best case scenario for both of them. But now Wendy, like that bond gets to be formed. And I'm sure that bond is like mutually beneficial for both of them. But now I think she gets to be the character she wanted to be all along.
But I loved this season of Potomac. I can't
Oh
stress
my
that enough.
God.
I mean, I think
So
like
good.
I have rewatched it in the background so many times. I cannot get enough of it. It is fantastic television from start to finish.
Well, let me ask you kind of we can bow it up with this question then. Obviously, this is a lot of people. And then like when you put the Karen of it all like back into the situation, how do you think the full-time cast shakes out next season? Like, do you think it's literally everybody plus Karen? Do you think Karen will be a friend of next season? Do you think we drop some people? Like, how do you think this actually? Because I almost would hate to mess with this formula because I enjoyed it so much. Like I literally Potomac was appointment viewing for me this season. Like I literally every Sunday at night I watch Potomac, and then in January I switch over to HBO and I get my industry and my Night of the Seven Kingdoms. I have me a little time. So, but how do you feel like it looks next season? Put your
I
producer hat on.
I would love for everyone to be back. I would just I would love
Me
for
too.
everyone to return. Every single one of them, especially Wendy, considering all of this legal stuff. Like I want to keep a
Oh,
camera
we
on
have to
her
see
and
that play
on
out. Yeah.
we to see it all of it play out.
Mhm.
So I want them all back. Every single one of them.
Me
They
too.
all served a great purpose. They all delivered in their own way. Yeah, I can't there no notes.
No notes. No notes. I'm here for
No
it.
notes. Okay, how bad did I get beat up in the chat? Do they hate me? Pretty
Let's
much, yep.
see.
Mhm, 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 mhm. Yep, they do. See? 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 Yep. Damn bummer I'm not agreeing with Emily on anything. There we go. See? Yep, yep, yep. I love Wendy. People saying this was definitely her best season. I love
Mhm.
Wendy. I love what you see, guys? So this is it. I will never be talking about Potomac again. We only hate Tia.
What?
Why do you guys not like Tia?
What?
Okay. Well, I really like Tia. But see, that's the thing about Potomac. It's and this is kind of true about all casts of shows on reality television.
Mhm.
y- you kind of put flavors together and everyone's going to have a different reaction and
Yeah.
everyone's going to have a different favorite. It's kind of like with American Idol, what they used to do on American Idol. Like they're like, okay, we have to have this person, this type of person. And then you get your favorites. And so
Yeah.
Potomac is very much like that, where you can like have your people that you like, other people can hate. They're very polarizing, I
Yeah.
find,
Mhm.
right? Like every single one of them individually is polarizing.
That's the perfect word because I feel like I almost feel like you wanna be polarizing on one of these shows, no
Yeah.
matter which direction it goes, whether they, love you or they hate you. What you don't wanna be is that weird forgotten territory, kinda like dead center in the middle. Because then it's like, "Wait, who are we talking about? Oh, shit, yeah, I forgot about her. What happened with her this episode?" And then you run the risk of, like, nobody caring, and then you gotta get off the show. But we remember the people that, like, draw negative reactions out of us. We remember the people that draw the positive, like, funny reactions out of us, and everybody else kinda goes by the wayside.
Yeah, and that's what's also weird about reality television
Mhm.
is you watch it for, like, chaos, but your human instinct is to reject chaos.
Yeah. Mhm.
Do you know what I mean? Like, your human instinct what is to be like, "I don't like that," but then also you're like, "Okay, but that was entertaining.
Right.
Reality TV is weird, okay? It's not it's a very weird experience." In my, like, Epstein, like, spiral stuff, I started rewatching America's Next Top Model.
Oh my god, I'm so ready for this documentary to come out.
Okay.
I'm in it.
Like, it's very much like seeing that was I'm like, "Okay, so they started to get, like, one person for everyone to, like, maybe like, and you plug and play, and the people who are difficult are the ones you remember, and, like, all that kinda shit." It's the same type of thing.
Wait a minute. I don't know if I ever did you listen to the podcast that came out recently about it?
No.
Oh, you ha it no, required listening for
What do
anybody
you mean?
that watched America's Next Top Model. It was called The Curse of AMTM, and, oh my god, I forgot the host's name, but it
The
is
Curse of
let me find it
Antiem.
was literally I don't say perfect all the time, but, like, that's, like, close to, like, being a perfect podcast. The Curse of America's Next Top Model. It
Okay.
was hosted by what was her name? Because I love her. I can't remember. Bridget Armstrong, and she does this, like, 10-episode, like, deep dive, and she gets a lot of people to talk about their experience too. It's like she's going through the seasons. Like some episodes, she's just talking about like people that like had to like openly battle eating disorders, or like one episode like how they're
So
portrayed on camera, like the mean girl, like all that kind of stuff. Talking about how everybody on here, like no matter how great their pictures was, couldn't
book
like
couldn't get
yeah
couldn't get
couldn't
contracts.
anything. It was all so good. Like it was perfect series.
Done.
Yeah.
Done, and do is it a series of
Yeah,
podcast?
10
Podcast,
no, no, no,
it's
I'm
a
sorry.
series.
It was a one series, but it had, I think, 10 episodes maybe with a
Okay,
bonus.
cool.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
good, good, good. Yeah, 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 yeah. No, because
So good.
it's just interesting going back and looking at reality TV from that time period too, because it's still very much like it's so problematic, but I'm looking at everything in a different light now. I'm
Right.
like, "Oh my," like, they're obsessed with virginity. Remember how obsessed they were with virginity all the
Mhm.
fucking time? There was always a virgin on a reality show, and that was their big talking point for their whole season was them being a virgin.
Exactly.
Like, we were creeps, okay? So, yeah,
Wait,
and they wait, what?
for
Hold
those
on.
asking in the comments, it's called The Curse of America's Next Top Model. It's hosted by Bridget Armstrong. 10 out of 10 when could 10 out of 10 would recommend. No, 10 out of 10 definitely recommend is what I want to say. Yes. Yes.
Anyways, all
Ye
right, now that we've talked about the amazing season of Potomac that they had and that we're gonna get a reunion tonight, I'm so excited for the reunion, it's
Me
stupid. Like,
too.
I just wish they would release all of them at
I
once. I'm like,
know.
I don't wanna wait week to week. I want 'em all
I know. I'm
right
excited
now.
for that, and then I wanna wake up and watch, like, whatever the extended, uncut version is
Yes,
tomorrow on Peacock. Need
and
that.
what part do you think we're gonna get Karen? Part 3?
Probably.
Part 3.
Very at the very end.
To do nothing, by the
Nothing.
way. To do nothing.
Just like that interview, nothing.
Nothing. Okay, let's get on a less problematic conversation topic.
Ooh.
Traitors.
Traitors.
Okay. Eric has just been selected by Rob
Mhm.
to now here's okay. Remember we were saying I wonder if you get the option of like joining or like you can't like you have to be eliminated or whatever.
Yeah.
It makes sense that at this point in the game you have one option or the other. Like you can't be like, "Oh, maybe I'll think about it."
Mhm.
But when when Rob says to Eric, "You can either join me, become a traitor, or I'm gonna kill you right now." I didn't want Eric to go, but I just was curious if he was like, just kill me.
Right. Because I feel like that's what you would say. You'd be
Me
like, I
too."
can't do this." Yes.
'Cause I just was curious what they would do. Like, they're like, "And then what?" They're like, "So Eric, I guess, was murdered." That's what they'll just say, that Eric was murdered that night. But, like,
Mhm.
I was just curious if he was like, "I don't think I can do it."
I would love to see that. I would love
Just
to see that.
just wanna know. I just
I
wanna
know.
know what it's like.
If any version
Uh,
would do that, it will be the American version of the show where, like, something like that would happen. So I feel
yeah.
like we're just biding our time. It'll happen soon.
Like, please. But okay, they end up murdering Dorinda, which look, I don't care if it was a good move or a bad move. I'm okay with that. It's fine.
More than okay.
It was like a
Mm.
relief. It was like a relief. I'm like, "Okay, we don't have to worry about, like, that crazy face coming in and just being all, you know."
And well, my biggest thing was I feel like they brought her back because like people were like, "Oh my god, we've gotta see Dorinda. We were robbed," and like this kind of stuff. But did Dorinda do much? This I feel like we got like no Dorinda even. Like I mean, for the fans, like obviously it was a bonus for me, but like for people that love her, I feel like we didn't really get any Dorinda. Like she wasn't a main character. So I'm like, this is kind of a wasted revival, if you ask me.
Well, and they cut that big fight that she allegedly had with, Caroline St I bet, like, I bet she did a lot of Dorinda, but they're like, we can't have full Dorinda.
Mhm. Mhm.
We need, like, baby Dorinda."
Yep.
At breakfast for a second, it seems like Mara might be thinking about looking at Rob because she goes, "I thought you were gonna be murdered." And he was like, "Oh, why?" She's like, "Yeah, because Candace voted for you." And Rob goes, "I feel like she was doing that to help the other traitors left. I don't think it worked at all." And for a second, it looked like Mara was like, "Hmm,"
Yep. But then move right on.
but moved right on. Because Natalie is thinking about Steven as a traitor, which makes me totally lose hope that anyone's gonna figure Rob out.
No, they literally all evidence will point to him, and they're like, "You know what? That's actually a good candidate over there." I don't know. I don't like, things that are just, like, too correct. Let's look over here. Like, "Okay, well, there we go."
Steven is convinced it's Johnny as a traitor, which is so,
Mhm.
so, so stupid, guys. But meanwhile, Johnny and Tara are in the other room wondering how they're even in the game still when they're so bad at it.
I love that.
Okay?
Like, how the hell did we make it this far? This is crazy.
Johnny has some confessional moments in this episode that were so good. He goes, "Tara and I are both struggling to find our footing in this very pressure-filled game. We didn't have normal childhoods. We weren't playing games. We were going to the Olympics.
Boom.
So we have no
Boom.
idea how to play games." I was like, "Okay, that's right, though. That was well done. Well,
Mhm.
way to remind us."
Exactly. Exactly. I don't so every now and we don't always love a big brag, but that's a good brag right there, okay? That's rooted in the truth. So we love that, okay?
Uh-huh.
We love
Uh-huh,
that.
uh-huh, uh-huh. Um, but Eric's having a tough time. Eric is, not surprisingly, really struggling. There's a scene where he's sitting with Rob and Maura, and Rob is just like, as Eric says, just kicking back, just, like, having the time of his life, not a problem at all. Eric is, like, sweating, and he
Mhm.
can't come up with any contribution. The contribution he's able to eke out is, "I think there might be 2 traitors left." Like,
Okay.
"Why did you do that?" Because
Right.
he doesn't know how to lie. He's like, "I'm trying to not be obvious, but, like, I don't know how to do this. This was the worst choice, Rob." Honestly. Ooh, I wonder if how would Rob have done if Mora was his other traitor? That
Oh.
could have been cool.
That might have been the best move because she can't remember a damn thing that's going on in this house anyway, so
I must spit out my water.
that'll work in his favor, so he might as well.
Yeah, and, like, they already were really close anyway,
Mhm.
so it could have, and, like, then he could have made sure they won together.
Right. Mhm.
Oh, maybe.
Mhm.
But Tara cracks me up. So she's like, "I gotta go start talking game with people now," and she thinks Kristen is a really strong player. However, Kristen is like, "I'm looking at you, Tara." I swear to God, at first, Tara is flattered. At first, she's like, "Me? What?"
It was funny because Kristen kept trying to, like, say it without saying it, and Tara could not pick it up. She's like,
She
"Oh, okay, so wait, who are you thinking?" She's like, "You. You are who I'm thinking. I'm trying not to say it, but you." She's like, "Oh, me? Yeah, you. You
I I
explicitly."
s I swear, because they cut to her confessional, Tara's confessional, and she's like, "Kristen's really smart." And I thought she was gonna be like, "So if she thinks I'm a traitor, that's cool," or something, but that's not what she said. But I swear, like, I would be flattered. Like, if I was a faithful and, like, really bad at the game and someone was like, "I think you're a traitor," I'd be like, "Do I seem like I know what I'm doing?"
Right. Right.
I
Love
don't, but
that.
cool. Love that for us. I love
It's
it
so
so much.
it's so crazy any of them calling other people strong players because 'cause I'm like,
Oh, right,
Who?
right,
Who's a strong player in this game? Like,
so
okay,
true.
why
Um,
not?
they're on their route to the next mission, and Johnny confronts Maura in the car for saying his name to Natalie, and she's like, "I did? What?" But then his confessional is incredible here. He goes, "Clearly the entire castle thinks I'm a traitor, so I feel like I've got nothing to lose. And while that's a dangerous feeling, I'm finding empowerment in that." Mm.
Mm,
Okay. Like a
mm.
true athlete. I'm like,
I know.
"You're still very bad at the game. I don't care about that part, but I am here for you too, okay?"
Right. I get at a certain point in the game, it must be flattering to be called a traitor. Like if you're Portia and you're the first one called a traitor, it's like, no, you're just terrible at this game, and we want you to
Yes.
know that. But like
Yes.
later on, it's like, oh, okay, y'all think I've been so sneaky this whole time that it's actually a compliment to me. I will take it.
Yeah.
I take
Like, I'd be
compliments where
like
I can get them.
I'd be like, "Thank you. I'm not,
Right.
but thank you. You think I'm a traitor. I'm
that
so not."
That would be our undoing in the castle
Yes.
because we'd be like, "Oh my god, thank you so much." They're like, "A real faithful wouldn't even thank somebody for calling them a traitor." I'm like, "Oh, you're right. Nope, they wouldn't, okay?"
I'm like, "But I'm just so
Sorry.
bad at the game." Like, that's the
Right?
problem.
I'm
So,
here for the thinly sliced ham or whatever it is they keep fighting, the
the
little salmon.
salmon,
I flew to Scotland for the salmon, okay?
the salmon. Okay, the mission is like a Jack in the Box type of game. Now, I have so
Mhm.
many questions about these boxes because the faithfuls have to guess what the traders would answer for the series of questions that are coming up, but the traders have to hop out of the boxes
Mhm.
and deliberate after every single question.
Every time, and do it quietly, quiet as a church mouse.
I'm like, are they gonna have like noise canceling headphones that the other people because like that's really hard to do quietly. And like the boxes, of course, they're gonna squeak and stuff. So
Right. The thing that stressed me out, the noise didn't even stress me out. Knowing that I would have to like quietly throw my leg over something, I was like, "Oh
exactly.
no, I'm nope. You count me out. I'm
And then
lost."
like and crawl down, like slide down. Like just that was asking a lot
Right.
of these people. Like, come on.
Exactly.
I was like, that
Goodness.
can't be what they really have to do. Nope, they do. The box is all closed and they have to get out. And Eric is like, I'm gonna lose. Eric's gonna cry. Eric's like, of all the times to be a traitor.
Right. He is so strict. Like he is like so on edge now from like the rest of the end of the show that it's ridiculous.
Like, worst choice ever, Rob. Ever.
Oof.
Okay, but they do this thing where they do all Tara or Tara answers. Now,
Mhm.
I guess that works because it confused everyone.
Yeah. You wouldn't know what the hell was
Um,
going on.
yeah, no one knew what was going on, or neither did Tara because she was just unaware what was going on. And then shortlisted to murder, they do Kristen, Natalie, Johnny, and Tara because they're like the faithfuls are gonna think, "Oh, a traitor would put themselves on the short list to throw things off,"
Uh-huh.
which is gonna be what they think. Although Johnny Johnny looks so defeated in the car on the way back to the castle that Natalie's like, "Maybe he's not a traitor. He just looks really defeated and, like,
Right.
sad."
Like, aw. Wait, speaking of Natalie,
Mm,
I had taken a screenshot of when she got out of that box one time. I plan on sending it to my trainer because, like, I arms like hers, I guess I hadn't noticed them until this episode. Like, I knew she was, like, fit because, like, survive like, like, you gotta be and stuff like that, but her arms are ridiculous. Like, it almost feels like Angela Bassett just, like, walking around because, Angela Bassett had, like, the best set of arms in history, but Natalie, okay. Okay, Natalie. Can't dress, but okay.
can't
The
dress.
arms the arms make up for the dressing. It's
No,
okay.
her arms are j yes, no, they like, she looks like because she was on Survivor, right?
Yep.
She looks like she was on Survivor. Like, she's like
Ex
that oh, she's from Survivor.
exactly. Like, we
Like,
know that. We know that.
we have no doubt that that's the brand she's representing over there
Oh,
right now.
someone says she does I think actually, maybe I did hear that. They said she thinks she does some kind of bodybuilding in real life. Let
That
me
look I
look
mean, she
that
looks like she does. It looks like she has that type of like, you don't just have those arms, like,
right.
and not really work on it, you know what I mean? Like, that looks like someone who does a lot of sculpting, weight training.
She's an
Yeah.
elite fitness competitor. She does
Ah,
intense CrossFit. Oh, say less. Okay. I've still yet to ever, like, even put my foot in one of those. I'm like, "Nope, I'm not there yet. Maybe I'll try one day. I won't though."
I
But
I
okay.
no, someone took me to their CrossFit class one time, years ago, and I was like, "You don't need to do this." Like, it was so I
We
hurt my
don't have to
back, I
be
hurt
here.
my shoulder, like, I was like, "There's other workouts." Like, if you're not advanced enough, like, okay, but I don't wanna, like, yuck anyone's yum. If some people love CrossFit, I don't wanna take that away from them, but
Right. You're like, "We don't have to
I
be
did
here."
not I did I was like, this is one of the many options we have."
Yeah. We can also go and get coffee, like, that's okay
Yeah.
too. We can do that.
Mhm.
It's alright.
Yeah. Like, at one point, we had to grab weights and do a walk around the block with the weights in our hands, but the only weights that were available by
Oh,
that point I got to them were the 30s. And I was
oh,
like, "I can't carry these around." And they were like, "Do what you can." I'm like, "No, no, no, no. That's not safe."
right. Nah.
Like, "What are you talking about?" And so I had to, like, argue with them, and then I just kinda got pissed, and I think I left, actually.
I don't blame you because
I
I
think
mean,
I
like,
left.
somebody could have, like, risen their hand and been like, "You know what? Give me the 30." I bet it's some big grown ass, like, man too, like, "You know what? You take these 5s, I'll take the 30s, okay? I'm such a gentleman, like, I'll do that." But
You
he's
tell
like,
me to
"Nope, run
walk
down the street."
around the block with 30 pounds in both hands? That's insane. That's not like,
Nope.
push yourself. That's, like, physically kind of impossible, so,
Right.
um, okay, Kristen is now convinced that Tara is a traitor, though, because I thought it was again, this is where it's, like, flattering because she's like, "Today I was having a conversation with her, told her I wasn't sure that I trusted her, and now, coincidentally, I'm in the box for murder." Like, yeah, I guess, but again,
Okay.
you guys are really giving them too much credit. They do they kind of don't know what's happening, and it's obvious they don't know what's happening.
Traitors is so funny because everyone, like, you forget that everyone is so, like, them centered sometimes that, like, all the clues, like, involve them, like, they're like, "Oh my god, I talked to her and now I'm up for murder." Like, this is crazy. Like, nothing else that happened the past, like, 8 episodes matters. It's like, nope, this one thing, I've been chosen for murder. Like, this is the most
So
important thing in the world.
true.
And they will go to banishment and ride that wave the entire night, and it's like, "Oh
Wow,
boy."
that is so true, like, I had one conversation with you, and that's the proof." It's
Mhm,
like,
that's
that's what
it.
Lisa Rinna was doing. She's like, "Well, Natalie earlier said when we murdered." Huh? Anybody? Anybody
Re
else hear that?
They're like, "No."
They're like, "We already voted Portia out for that reason, and she was a faithful."
Yep.
You don't remember?
Yep.
Okay, but speaking of Johnny and Tara,
Mhm.
they they have a chat. They're like, "Let's Thelma and Louise this shit, since we're probably getting banished or murdered tonight anyway. It's
Mhm.
time to show them the best friends that we are." Now tell me, why did I expect the round table to be an ice skating rink and have Tara and Johnny be like, "Hi, everyone.
Blades of Fu
Hello." And, like, skate toward it was a missed opportunity, actually, to tell you the truth,
Mhm.
because we could have got a whole figure skating routine out of them.
At least, like, come in on rollerblades, like, give us something. Give us something.
I was so disappointed when they opened the thing. I'm like, "It's just a regular round table, I guess. What the hell?"
Mhm. It's like,
Miss
"Oh."
you ca I mean, think of the joy it would have felt if you, like, walked in, they're like, "Hi, guys," and they're like, "Triple axel. Hello."
Like, at least give us costumes, like, y'all have the best costumes in the
Yes!
Olympics, give us something. A little
Something.
bit of this, a little of that.
Instead, we, like, didn't really get like, they're not very good, unfortunately, at, like, sticking up for themselves. Like, they don't
Nope.
say the things you're supposed to say, and she's like, Tara's like, "I promise he's not a traitor," and Mara's like, "But that's not, like, what?
Right.
Like, that's not a
Mhm.
thing. Like, you can say that," and we're like, "Oh, okay. Okay."
Right. Right. And then
So
which
they
is
didn't
funny because
necessarily, like, go for it the way they
no,
could have.
no, it's crazy because I feel like all of them do that. We're like, "No, I'm 100." Like, I know who my people are. I'm 100% certain these people aren't traitors, and it's like, I always say, like, if you're 100% on anybody, then you're probably like, that's crazy. Like, there's no way anybody can be 100% sure about anybody. So, I mean, Mora was correct, but also like Mora, you're the same way. Like you and everybody else in the castle is the same way. Like, what are we talking about?
Yeah, no, Mora, it's not good. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
I think Rob is gonna win. At this point, I really do. I think that Rob is gonna fucking get it.
Probably. Jeez.
But anyway, Steven gets banished. So
Mhm.
I actually kinda got the ick from Steven. I can't believe I ever dated him.
He did not, you know what? I had a kind of a high
Yeah,
expectation of him, and then I was like, "Why did I have that of him?" I
yeah,
don't know why.
good
Yeah,
point.
I'm like right, I'm like, "Why did I have that high expectation of him?" I don't know.
I'm like, "What did I expect?" But no, he when he
Right.
was like when he's like, "I'm a faithful," you blew it. I was like, "Okay, you can."
Mm.
I don't like that.
Yuck!
I didn't enjoy that.
Mm.
Unfortunately, Kristen is so onto Eric because Eric is so bad at this.
Yep.
And so I'm like, so Rob, I swear Rob picked Eric because he was going to be bad at this because she's so onto him. She's like going and telling people, she's like, I don't trust Eric. Okay.
Yep.
And she tells Rob this too. And so Rob is like, well, Kristen's onto
Ooh.
you. But wait, the speech is actually really funny because Kristen's like, why aren't you saying anything? Why aren't you speaking up? And they cut to Eric's interview and he's like, Kristen is so scary right now.
Asking me direct questions? Like, my god.
Like, you could see him perspiring right there, right in front of her. He is not equipped for this at all.
Mm-mm.
It is not easy. Like, it is really not an easy thing to do, to be in people's presence and lying. It's one thing we did it on a Zoom, like a joking Zoom
Mhm.
silly thing, and even that was kinda hard, but in person, having to be right near that woo, I'm getting chills.
Oof.
That's
Yeah, I
hard.
know. I know.
That's hard.
Heavens.
Who do you think they're going to murder?
Oh, I think Eric is gonna wanna whack it over the head and be like, "Oh, no, we gotta get Kristen out of here then, if she's saying my
Mm.
name," and I think that if he does say that, Rob is probably gonna be like, "Oh, yeah, we gotta do that," because he's looking
Oh,
out for Rob, not Eric, so I could
yep,
see Kristen definitely, going up, but who all
yeah.
was in the boxes? Was it Johnny or Tara of the 2 that were in there?
We had, in the boxes, we had Kristen, Natalie, Tara, Johnny.
Okay, Johnny, I think is safe because I think everyone suspects him, so it's gotta
Exactly.
be, yeah, it's gotta be one of the other 3, I think, and if Tara was in the box, I think definitely oh, wait, they left a traitor in there. Was Eric in there or was Rob in there?
No, there's no traitor in the
No
boxes.
traitor, okay. Then definitely, I think Johnny's safe. Um, Probably either Natalie or Kristen, I think. Either one of
Yeah, because
them.
you don't wanna lose someone who people are suspecting to be a traitor because then
Mhm.
you know what I mean? Like, that's your that they become like your shield kinda
Yeah.
for another round, so it would be a waste to pick to take off, like, an obvious faithful,
Mhm.
um, but anyway,
We'll see.
we'll see.
Alright.
Alright, now it's time for the tougher segments.
Okay.
Alright? It's time for the Epstein spiral that I have not been able to get off of everyone. I've got some videos for us to watch. Don't worry that
Woo!
nothing is too bad or anything.
Yeah.
But before I do that, before I play this, go get into it, I wanna play a very important video
Okay.
for all of us to remember, especially during Black History Month.
Yes.
Okay? Hold on, let me pull this up. Sorry, I thought I had it, but I messed up. Here we go.
Jeffrey Epstein did not invent a dark new crime. He stepped into a very old role. Enslaved black girls, little black girls, were openly sold as what traders called fancy girls. That was not some backroom slang. It was a market category. A regular enslaved woman in her prime, valued for labor, might sell for $1,200 to $1,600 by the 1850s.
Mm.
A fancy girl could sell for 2, 3, even 4 times that. Some documented sales reached $6,000 or $7,000. That was the price of a house in those days. The law made it possible. Enslaved girls could not refuse. White men faced no consequences. Courts enforced the contracts. Banks financed the purchases. The entire system
That part.
treated sexual exploitation as a luxury good
Yep.
for wealthy men.
Yep.
That's how Epstein made his money, too.
Yep.
After
Yep.
slavery ended, officially, the paperwork changed. Pattern did not. Ownership became arrangements. Coercion became opportunity. Silence became discretion. Fast forward to the late 20th century. Jeffrey Epstein did not create a network of powerful abusers. He just built additional infrastructure. He sourced vulnerable girls. He moved them. He insulated the men who wanted access to them. He functioned like a broker on an old market that never fully disappeared. Everyone knows just enough. No one important asks questions. Institutions protect reputations, not children. Epstein was a modern version of a system that has always existed.
Thank you.
Wherever wealth, gender, age, and impunity collide. Anytime powerful men expect access without consequences, someone will always be there to build the supply chain. Epstein already had the interest. He already had access to rich men. He had a creepy charm about him that those rich men recognized. That it's just part of the system of America. It's American history. And it continues down that same dark path. And it's time for people to start talking about it. Get curious.
Sorry, I know that was like a total bummer. Sorry. Like, but
Very
this,
needed.
yeah, because a lot of the conversation about what's happening right now politically in this country, so many people are forgetting what Black Americans have been experiencing. And the Jim Crow era, that's when people compare ICE to the Gestapo or to Nazi Germany, I always correct it and say, it's like slave catchers.
It's been happening here, like where it's happening now, forever. Yes.
This is it. And so when we freak out about what's happening with the Epstein stuff and just how like systemic the whole thing is, that is the most important thing to remember, is that at some point you could get a fucking bank loan to buy a young girl to impregnate. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's I think it's important to remember that is how the system was built and structured. Because what has happened with this past week, I have another thing to play, and I'll link everyone's social in like in my comments or something, because I don't want to like not shout out the creators, but just because I don't know how else to like explain it, and this is going to be mainly for the girls, sorry, but also it applies to the men too.
Millennial women are being forced to reckon with the fact that our experience of girlhood was directly tied to the most powerful sexual predators in modern history. Millennial women grew up in the shadow of Jeffrey Epstein. We didn't know it at the time, but he and his pedophile friends had a finger on all of our decisions, the clothing we wore, the scents we put on our skin, the stores we shopped at, our body image, our insecurities. It's not just that the people we held up as heroes, princes, presidents, Hollywood stars, were in fact villains. It's that the power they wielded over society impacted all of us. The perverted nature of these men infiltrated every aspect of our lives. Mall culture of the early aughts was owned by men associated with Epstein. Bath & Body Works, Limited 2, Abercrombie & Fitch, Victoria's Secret, Pink, stores that sold primarily to young women and children that shaped culture around tween clothing. There were words on the butts of the shorts at Limited 2, shirtless models and dimmed lights at Abercrombie, body sprays with names like Love Spell and Pure Seduction at Victoria's Secret, lingerie marketed to tweens at Pink. L Brands Inc. chairman and CEO Les Wexner wrote in a 2009 letter to shareholders, Pink the color that represents tenderness and femininity, the color that evokes childhood, playfulness and purity, the color assigned to girls before they're even born. Epstein was a driving force behind the obsession with prepubescence and the sexualization of young children. Before we knew the term, the male gaze, we knew what it felt like to be viewed through that lens. We also knew that it wasn't about our peers, our classmates. The male gaze was held by adult men who saw us as sexual objects from the moment we exited toddlerhood. Even amid salacious rumors, like the one that circulated middle schools saying Victoria's Secret had cameras in the dressing rooms, and scandals like Abercrombie selling thongs to their tween customers, it was easy to see these stores and their products as just part of the youth-obsessed culture of the 90s and 2000s. We didn't know what we know now. These men had an outsized influence on society's demonization of women's aging, pushing the ideal body type of flat stomachs, perky breasts, smooth skin, hairless bodies, things we didn't realize were shaped by their pedophilic standards. The devastating truth is that they weren't just grooming kids on the island, on the plane, on the ranch. They were grooming all of us.
That's it. That is kind of that
That's
has
so gross to think about.
it's been so hard to like I feel it's like none of the stuff is a shock that we're learning because we've heard it like
Mhm.
it's peripheral. It's more like someone finally flipped the lights on and revealed that we really have been surrounded by evil predators.
It's the
Like
presentation of it. Oh, yeah,
like,
absolutely.
oh, like because another thing too, do you remember the name Karen Mulder? Okay, Karen Mulder was a supermodel, and
Mhm.
I was very young when all of this happened, but she was so pretty that I remember, like, thinking she was really pretty
Oh, I
as a
recognize
young.
the face. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and so I also remember, though, in the back of my mind, if I was really asked to think about it, if someone were to have asked me, like, "What happened to her?" I would have said, "Oh, she went crazy, I think."
Mm.
Well, I would and I think this was like these are these stories where I'm like, "God, we were so close to hearing from people trying to tell us," and it would always be the same story. They would, "Oh, they went crazy. Oh, they're nuts," and they would just get rid of them, and the story would die, and we would keep going.
Mhm.
But it's just been happening, and we have not been protected. And now this is not even a political sides thing anymore because this is like a wealth. And if you are one of those people who happens to like little boys and little girls and not just liking them, they want to hurt them.
Yes.
And we're going to get into some of that too. Some of that too.
Mhm.
Um, Once you're like in that club and they know you're in that club, they protect each other and they create this like web, this network
Oh, yeah.
Trump is president for the second fucking time. And these files have been in in the possession of our government for years now. Why the fuck
Mhm.
didn't I don't want to hear a word from Kamala. I'm mad at her now. Kamala, why did you guys not get these files released?
Everybody, like, literally every presidency, like, this is
Yes.
it's so crazy that no one even thought to and it's the fact that Trump knew that he was, like, doing all of this, like, going around and constantly on the island, like, all we've talked about some of his allegations, I'm sure we'll get into some more, but
Mhm.
like all of this happening, running on a platform saying that I'm going to release all these documents. And now, after Musk is like, oh no, the only reason he don't want to release is because he's in them. Like, you knew you were in them. You knew that the whole time. So, like, now you're doing all this pushback because my quote unquote, all my friends would be in deep trouble. That, like, these men are, I don't know how anyone I don't know, anybody that, like, even opens their mouth to, like, remotely try to make an argument defending any of this, like, "No, no, no, it's this and this the way to portray." No, this stuff is so cut and dry and gross, and it's been, like, trying to be portrayed to us for so long in a certain way so that we perceive it and trying to, like, almost justify everything is so sickening and crazy. So
Mm,
sickening.
mhm, and, like, that's a good point to point out that Trump was running on, "I will get the Epstein files released," and Biden, why didn't you? Why didn't you
Yeah.
go, "Let's release them"? But you were afraid that you know a bunch of other people that are probably in there, and a lot of, like, I mean, big, powerful politicians, and I remember throughout my life people getting close to this story. People would get close to, like, remember Anne Heche? Remember her?
Mhm.
She died kind of, like, mysteriously, but she was working on a couple projects with another congresswoman who also died mysteriously, looking into child
Mm.
sex trafficking, because I remember I was reading some book. I know I read a book, and I remember reading this book, and, like, I
Mhm.
can't remember what the book was, but, it's very rare that I read one. I think it was a true crime thing. And the author said that when he kept getting close to reaching an answer, like reaching like where the top of this network of pedophiles started, he
Mhm.
would get shut down. Like all the investigating would stop. Like once they get
Mhm.
to that like ceiling. So that also makes me wonder, how did we ever have any sex trafficking rings busted? Like, is it so awkward for you guys in the FBI who know all this other shit when they're like, "We're gonna go after a sex trafficking ring," and then they're like, "Yeah, get him."
Right. You
But
know what it makes me think?
know.
Exactly. No, it makes me think that, like, they actually figured out stuff much higher, but then the higher ups were like, "No, no, no. This is your limit. That's gonna be the top of your that's gonna be the head of your
Yes.
snake. We're gonna give that over so that these people up here can continue operating."
Yes. Yes.
Gross asses.
And obviously they also participate because, like, there's some FBI agents who have known about this forever, who are participating in this, and they have been keeping us from seeing the truth and just labeling anyone who tries to come out about it as crazy.
Mhm.
And so I brought up Sasha Riley last week when I told the
Yes.
horrible story about him impaling Trump.
Mhm.
Um, I have more context now, and I probably shouldn't have talked about it till I had more information, but I do wanna, like, honor what this story is, how we're all getting this information about Sasha Riley,
Mhm.
um, because the stories that this guy tells are these are stories you wouldn't hear. Like,
Yeah.
he talks about being filmed having sex with a girl, and they come in and shoot her in the head.
Ooh.
And
Jeez.
so, he was adopted. I'm sorry, they pronouns.
Oh.
They were adopted for the purpose of trafficking.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. Their father tried to kill them multiple times, but it didn't work. So what ended up happening was it generated reports and paper trails. So they kept having to move because they were onto him. Yeah, they were onto that evil father. I know. So
Jeez.
what this is, where I was getting all this audio from, a journalist named Lisa Noel Bolding.
Mhm.
uh, I'm gonna read because she posted on her Substack. I believe she posted this for free. I might have paid just to support. I believe it was free though.
Okay.
And so this is what she says, because she's got what she's posted are these long audio files. They're really rough, just like her talking to Sasha Riley, and that's it.
Mhm.
No editing whatsoever. So I'm gonna read her publisher's note just because it
Okay.
explains better. These briefings contain firsthand accounts of extreme child trafficking, torture, rape, and murder conducted within the Trump, Epstein, and associated criminal enterprises over the course of several decades. This briefing is part one of two. It includes 6 unedited audio recordings. I recorded the audio myself. The master files remain in my custody. Copies of these recordings and supporting documentation have been securely distributed to police and to trusted allies in several countries. Part 2 maps out selected incidents to supporting evidence. I will publish additional information at my discretion. Okay, then it says, during the years SR was trafficked within the Trump Epstein ring, he was forced to perform sexual acts during the filming of several child pornography films, including a snuff film. He recalls 10 to 12 such films. During the snuff film shoot, SR saw a girl shot and killed during filming. That's what I was talking about. After another film shoot, a girl child was taken to another room. SR recalls hearing gunshots. He said that when he heard the gunshots, he was scared. He said that another perpetrator still in the room with him, sensing his fear, said, "Don't worry, boys are hard to find." So this is like the darkest, most seediest, and not a lot of people exist in that level of evil, and you don't hear their stories.
Right.
These are stories we never hear. So it made Sasha Riley's it made these stories more important because they also tell a story about um someone was getting tortured because like a lot of them liked to be they wanted to torture kids.
That explains the email that, was it the
Yeah.
guy in what was it? Not Dubai, somebody that was, like, the CEO of a company had, like, sent him an email saying, "Thanks for the torture video," or something. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I'm sure I'm not even surprised.
Ugh.
Yeah, no, like some of the girls were kept for the sake of being tortured and assaulted. Like exactly, I know. And Sasha recalls a time where oh, my earring just fell off. Where that's the bigger deal right now. Um where this girl was like, I can't do it anymore. I can't do it anymore and asked them to kill her.
Hmm.
And he tells this story about how he said to her, like, "You're gonna go be with," and there was another girl who had also, yeah. So like this is a dark world that you don't hear these stories. These are
Right.
stories that you don't have access to typically.
Mhm.
And this is this was back in the fucking 90s,
Right.
the 80s.
Literally a hop, skip, and a jump ago. We were
And
all
that's
living through this, like, while it was happening, and we're just being fed stories, like, fed new media cycles every day to, like, ignore all of this, like, making it seem like it's just, like, muttering the crowd.
yeah.
So
And
gross.
like and it's just it was all designed to trick us into thinking like, "Oh, we're being crazy. That stuff's too nuts." Like the Wayfair conspiracy. That's a very recent one I can think of. But I was like, do you know that one?
No, what's that?
Okay, the Wayfair conspiracy was like I think it was in 2018, 2019. I can't remember, maybe 2020. But it was about how Wayfair was facilitating the sale of it was like helping with sex trafficking because they were selling cabinets for like $16,000 and you're like, "What?" Okay, I actually have a
Oh,
video on it. Let me play it. I have a video
okay.
on it.
Oh, goodness.
Hold on. Oops, I almost removed you. How dare I? That would have scared me. Okay, wait, hold on. I have too many documentitos. All right, here we go.
Mhm.
Epstein, Wayfair.
Years, Wayfair was selling furniture with the same name as missing girls. For example, in 2019, a 17-year-old girl from Ohio named Samaya went missing. Then, a few days later, Wayfair listed a Samaya 5 shelf storage cabinet for almost $13,000. In 2020, a 16-year-old girl from Connecticut named Yuritsa went missing. And a few days later, the Yuritsa storage cabinet went up for sale on Wayfair for just under $14,000. May 2020, from Kansas City, a 14-year-old girl named Annabelle goes missing. Same storage unit, sold on Wayfair. Annabelle with the same selling for just under $11,000. January 2020, Kyla Coleman, 16 years old from Cleveland, goes missing. You can already guess. Wayfair, same name. This one discounted for $12,000. Everyone always called this a conspiracy theory until now when a receipt from Wayfair was found in the Epstein files. Look, we know that Jeffrey Epstein's network has a history with missing girls. Don't forget this picture of John Benet Ramsey and Ghislaine Maxwell lurking in the background. Back to the receipt. It was purchased by Karina, Jeffrey Epstein's longtime girlfriend, on June 28th, 2018. It was for one item totaling $8,400. And I've tried, but I can't find out what the item was. What I do know is that on June 23rd, 5 days prior, a girl named Joanna went missing from Columbus, Ohio. And still, to this day, she has never been found. But back in the day when this conspiracy was spreading online, there was a high-priced Joanna cabinet circulating in the chats from the same WFX utility company. Just for context, the WFX company is still selling the same storage units on Wayfair, but they're only $139. Jeffrey Epstein's girlfriend, Karina, wasn't just making purchases on Wayfair. She's also active in the files for making purchases off of Etsy. We know that back during this time, Etsy also had some very weird postings. The reality is that none of this proves anything, but it does make you think that if this type of activity was happening, who was behind selling these items to Jeffrey and his network, allegedly? Where's Epstein's longtime girlfriend, Karina? She was a dentist, which might explain why he had these rooms. Just 2 days before his passing, his estate signed everything over to her. We're talking about the properties, Zorro Ranch, the island, and hundreds of millions of dollars. So, does she know where all the bodies are buried? I say that figuratively, of course. As always,
all right, so
goodness, that was creepy.
That's the Wayfair. Yeah.
If anybody doesn't think that's conspiracy, you're not selling those ugly ass, literally
exactly.
like put together like with ass cabinets for that. Like that's absolutely crazy. That to me, that's far beyond. That is no damn conspiracy. That's as close to being truthful as you can find. That's
But here's
insane.
what also is crazy to me is I feel like it was the very conservative, right-leaning conspiracy theorists who had these conspiracies. Where are they now? Like, it's like, you guys were right. Like, you guys get to come forward and be like, told you, but instead it's the people you're like, well, no, not those people. Those are different.
Oh,
Like, this is not about a side of politics at all. This is just, that's how many disgusting, powerful, it's like the Epstein class of money, that like level of wealth where you think that you can just do whatever you want, and you have been able to do whatever you want.
Right.
You have been able to do whatever you want. I mean, the man is president. Trump is president. Okay? But so Sasha Riley, I see some people might have been asking like where you could find it. If you look up Sasha Riley, Google it, you'll find it. But Substack is where the original is, with further notes as well. But I also found it on YouTube. Like people were screen recording it everywhere. But if you just wanted to go like to the direct source of it. But there are so many stories that Sasha has of after the Trump thing, for example. So if you missed last week, Sasha had been abused by Trump before and told a story about Trump, and it was at this party, Trump wanted to kill someone, and they were like, it's not that kind of party. So they gave him puppies. And Sasha watched as he killed puppies.
Oh.
That was his punishment.
Oh.
So Sasha was like, this man, that is an evil, 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 evil man. And then after Sasha kicked the tent peg into his ass and he had to go to the hospital, the punishment was that, what was his name? Jim Jordan. Jim Jordan could beat him up. Also, there was someone else. Who was the other one? Dang it, not Michael Bayless. Hold on, it'll come up in my notes for a second, down the way. But it was like just to beat him up, because that's how disgusting these people, these men are. They just wanted to beat him up, and assault him too. Assault him if they could get to him. That was like the thing. But like because they hurt Trump, that was the punishment.
Is Jim Jordan the one that was in that recent HBO documentary?
Yep.
So just a creep in every aspect of life.
Oh, yeah. And another weird thing about that, Sasha points out that I think Jim Jordan, he was like maybe 18, 19 years old.
So been a weirdo his whole life.
Yeah.
Wow. Yucko.
Yeah. Or just like a part, because it's like, how do you even know about this club? Although, wait, I have to make something kind of light here. Elon. Elon was like, "Ooh, the Epstein files. I'm definitely not in there." He was so sure he wasn't in there because of all of of all the people even Elon was not gonna work for Epstein. Epstein's like, I'm avoiding this guy." But the fact but the fact that Elon knew about the island, about the parties, about all that stuff, and wasn't invited anyway,
Mhm.
I'm sorry, that says something.
Weirdo. Yep.
That says something. He was, like, so proud. He was like, "I'm not even in there." It's like, you are in there trying to get invited. You're getting rejected.
Exactly. I was about to say, because I remember him trying to get there, he just couldn't. Even
It's
them,
like
they were like, "Oh, he's a narc," which I mean,
well, also, Josh Johnson has a funny, bit about how, like, Elon, the way he was wording his emails was like he was a cop, because he was like, "I wanna go to your island with the girls, the girls for the crazy party on the island," and just, like, saying, like, no code, nothing. It's like, really, really making sure that you know what I'm talking about.
Ugh.
And it's like, are you the police?
Right. Everyone
So,
is
like
so gross. Like, why is everyone gross?
but, like,
Why
that's
is
what's
everyone
freaking me
gross?
out, is that's what the, like, really top wealthy people
Mhm.
wanna be able to keep doing. They look at anyone in the poorer, less fortunate community as product they could turn a profit on.
Yep. Yep. Imagine how many cures there are out there of so many prevalent diseases that we'll never see because, oh
Oh my
no, that
god.
that would kill, like, let me not name it, that would kill, like, that industry, big pharma's, like, a whole, bottom line, so we'll never see it. We'll just see medicine that you can push on people for the rest of our lives.
Oh, wow. I
Ugh.
didn't expect you to go there.
I
Okay.
know. I
Yeah.
you think about it, you go because you can think about that with every single angle now, and it's like, why would people, like, help solve problems when they can just, like, keep you literally keep you handcuffed to their solution the rest of your life and make money from it. They don't make money from solving it. That's which is
Uh-huh.
sad as hell. So, ugh.
Well, here's what's even it's making me so disgusted, is that in Trump's administration alone, there are let me see, I have the list pulled up somewhere. Here we are. These are the administration officials in the Epstein files.
Mhm.
Donald J. Trump, obviously. Melania Trump, obviously. Howard Lutnick, Secretary of Commerce. John Fallon, Secretary of the Navy. Paolo Semboli, Kennedy Center appointee.
Of course.
Um, RFK Jr., but I can't remember what I was watching, and someone was like, he's the only one that I can actually imagine being in the files and not understanding what the parties were and, like, thinking they were actually going to, like, eat bears, and it's like, because he's you know what I mean? Like, they're like, "That's the only one that I'm like, he maybe wouldn't catch it because he's fucking weird." Kevin Warsh, he's the federal nominee, I don't even know what that means. Mehmet Oz, Elon, Steve Bannon. Steve Bannon is all up
Remember
in
that
those
that's Doctor
files.
Oz, right?
Oh, yeah, Dr. Oz. Dr. Oz.
Mhm.
Someone put Deepak Chopra.
Chopra,
Jesus
yeah.
Christ, why can't I say that name suddenly? Also in there too, yeah. That I've no and who said hold on, someone also pointed out too that there was something with jerky. Okay, I didn't know if we were gonna go there today, but we're gonna go there because I have a video on that.
Let's
Okay.
go everywhere you wanna go. I'm here.
Okay. Okay. So that the administration basically Trump built an administration that would protect it's like a force field of all of us have the exact same secret. So all of us
Mhm.
have collateral on each other. I am now convinced that if there's anybody supporting Trump, it's because you also participate in this shit.
Absolutely, and you know what I also think too? Because I don't want listen, we know Ghislaine, we know she's evil, pure evil, gross, sickening. We know all of this. So we know women are capable of all of this that the men are too. But I definitely think too that there's something to be said that like he puts a lot of women out
Mhm.
front to like be front line to protect all of these gross ass men to get like
The
the
women,
brunt of the attack. Mhm.
they're the ones having to go like look at we got Pam Bondi.
Mhm. All
Yeah,
losers, by the way. So, like,
all
don't think that,
losers.
all losers, but it is something to be said about that. They're making these women like out front line. Because I always wonder, I'm like, why? It's like misogynistic and like all these other words we can call them. Why have they given these women like such high power positions like across the board? And it
Uh-huh.
all makes sense.
Uh-huh, because they are literally the fall guys.
Yep.
They are the fall guys. Okay, so
Hmm.
here's okay, so there's this thing about cannibalism. You've probably seen the cannibalism stuff out
Yes.
there. Okay, here we go. Ugh, this is just, I'm getting nauseous.
I know.
All
I
right.
know.
Oh, wait, did I not? You know what? I might not have saved it because it was so bad.
Oh.
I might not have, I didn't, but I got this one instead. This was not the same as the jerky, but
Yep.
this is a different one.
Did Jeffrey Epstein purchase 330 gallons of sulfuric acid
I
in
saw this
2018?
one.
Well, he damn well wasn't cleaning his pool. And I'll give you 3 things about it. Thing number 1, on the exact day the FBI opened its sex trafficking investigation into Jeffrey Epstein, he purchased 6 55-gallon drums of sulfuric acid to be delivered to his private island. Sulfuric acid is a highly corrosive chemical that can be used to melt bone and destroy biological evidence. Can you think of a legitimate reason a man that works in finance would need 6 drums of sulfuric acid? I can't either. Unfortunately, what we are learning gets way creepier. During that same time period, Steve Bannon, a longtime associate of both Epstein and Trump, rented a house in Florida. His former landlord reported to authorities that a jacuzzi in the home Bannon rented was completely destroyed by acid. In addition, the same house had padlocks installed on interior doors, while other doors were removed completely. The picture that is becoming more and more clear is that we aren't just looking at a bunch of wealthy creeps operating with total impunity. We are looking at a massive criminal network that may be responsible for the rape and murder of hundreds of women and children. Thing number 2. The timing and the details suggest a massive, coordinated effort to dispose of bodies and destroy physical evidence. Epstein's correspondence from the first Trump administration makes it clear he knew he was a liability to the president and dozens of other public figures. Epstein purchased enough acid to dissolve organic matter the moment the feds started knocking on his door. He knew his time was up. This points to a year-long campaign to dispose of bodies and erase the physical reality of his crimes before his very suspicious death in federal prison. The fact that the system allowed him this amount of time and the resources to scrub the crime scene points to how far this network of co-conspirators reached. Thing number 3, when we talk about getting justice for the victims of Trump and Epstein's vast trafficking network, we cannot stop at prosecuting the predators of the victims who survived to tell their story. We have to investigate everything and everyone to get justice for countless children who did not make it out. This means publicly identifying every co-conspirator, every person who looked the other way, every location used to facilitate these crimes. We cannot consider this case closed until we have a full accounting of every life lost and every person who played a part in their disappearance. But I want to know what you think. Drop your thoughts in the comments.
I mean,
Ooh. You know what
Yeah.
I'm starting to think too, because I've been like in kind of a spiral this week too, like watching a lot of stuff. I almost think every video that popped up like related to this had like Emily like this in the corner, and I think that's why it popped up on my
that's why it
algorithm.
got up for you.
Right. I'm like, oh, let me watch this. What is this?
Yeah, but the sulfuric acid, like this
Yeah.
is just such a huge cover up, and I think what's been scariest too is that this has just been what they've been doing. They've been getting away with it. They've been doing this for so long, and Trump has been absurdly disgusting for so long. Yet there he is as president. This will be the last creepy
Yep.
video I played. This will be about Trump, though.
Guys, the Justice Department just released 3 million new Epstein files, including a lot about Trump, and they are the most disturbing allegations we've seen yet. I know some journalists are censoring these details, but I think it's so important for you to know, trigger warning, it's really hard to hear. Donald Trump, the president, had parties at Mar-a-Lago called calendar girls, which we know is true. Jeffrey Epstein would bring the children in and Trump would auction them off. He measured the children's vulva and vaginas by entering a finger and rated the children's tightness. Like, I'm actually sick to my stomach. The guests were elder men and included Elon Musk, Don Jr., Ivanka Trump, and Eric Trump were there. We were taken in rooms, forced to give oral sex to Donald J. Trump, forced to allow them to penetrate us. I was 13 years old when Donald J. Trump raped me. Ghislaine Maxwell was also present. And here's another one. A caller reported an unidentified female friend who was forced to perform oral sex on President Trump approximately 35 years ago in New Jersey. The friend told Alexis, that name was supposed to be redacted, that she was approximately 13 to 14 years old when this occurred, and the friend allegedly bit President Trump while performing oral sex. The friend said she was allegedly hit in the face after she laughed about biting President Trump. The friend said she was also abused by Epstein. And there's more. Another caller named individuals involved in big orgy parties with other young girls and older Victoria's Secret models that included Bill Clinton and Trump. Another online complaint reported she was a victim and witness to a sex trafficking ring at the Trump golf course in Rancho Palos Verdes, California, between 1995 and 1996. She reported Ghislaine Maxwell was the madam and broker of the sex parties, many of whom included Epstein, Robin Leach, and Donald Trump. Complaint reported participating in orgies and that some girls went missing, rumored to have been murdered and buried at the facility. Complaint reported being threatened by Trump's then head of security that if she ever talked of what went on there or who she saw, I assume they mean she would end up as fertilizer in the back nine holes like the other C word. This is insane. And then another complaint claims to have video of high-profile sex parties, dealings with cartels, and having witnessed Robin Leach strangle a young girl to death at a party. I can't even believe that we're reading this stuff. I also wonder if they will ever let that video see the light of day. That's all we have for now because News Girls is just starting to look through these files, but we will be posting videos all day as we uncover things. So,
I mean,
goodness.
I
I
mean,
feel like there's not words like
there's not words.
bold enough to like describe the level of evil that all of them exemplify. Like it's truly because I feel like calling them like evil or calling them
It's
disgusting,
not enough. It's not enough.
it doesn't do justice. Like I don't
I
it,
agree. No, I agree with you. I agree. No, we don't have that. Because I think what's also scary too is how long this has been going on and how they have not faced any consequences. They have just been getting away with all of this stuff that they're like, no wonder Trump is like senile and like he's like senile from his evilness. Like he has
right.
been doing evil things with no
Mhm.
repercussion whatsoever, no consequence. People feel like he owns them.
Exactly.
And basically he does.
The amount of men, like men and women walking around feeling so entitled, and it's literally because they've gotten away with doing genuinely whatever they wanted. Some probably like hadn't even like been introduced to them yet. Being introduced to them, they're being like, "Oh, that'll have no consequences to me, but it will for everybody else that does it. Why wouldn't I do this?" And they're all. It's just so I wish I had a better word. Like I wish there were words to describe just like how unsettling, how truly demonic it is. Like it's ugh.
It has been just impossible to, like, not I just, like, I keep just staring off thinking about just because I think I feel so bad too, like, how are some so unlucky that they were
Right.
I mean? That, like, that's what their life is, and they're pulled into it, and how scary it's been, like, no wonder we fought so hard to be like, "Me too," or "Believe survivors," because
Yeah.
it's been just nothing but not believing, and growing up, these are my formative years, like, when you graduate high school, and 2002 is when the first Epstein charges or the first little case against 2002, that's when I graduated high school,
Right. Right.
and just nothing happened, and the dialogue was always they're going after the money. That person just wants money. That woman just wants attention. And
Mhm.
it's like, sure, yes, there are examples of people doing that, of women doing that, unfortunately. But for the most part, it was a system built and designed for them to get away with it.
Yep.
So that if anybody did get to that point, you're like, oh, they're crazy. They went crazy. They went crazy.
Exactly. Because
Oh,
they own the
Mariah
media.
Mariah Carey, because Tommy Mottola, people have said, like Michael Jackson spoke up about Tommy Mottola.
Mhm.
Remember when Mariah Carey went crazy on TRL?
Yep. We uh-huh.
All of that
Mhm.
shit. It's like, it's so because imagine how crazy you must feel when you know this.
And no, the other billions of people on the planet don't believe you or would never believe because it feels so far fetched that it can't possibly be true.
that's the part that makes me just I feel like in hindsight, I just feel so bad because we were like that one content creator said, we were groomed to not believe and to think but, like, it's so interesting too because all this stuff coming out about Abercrombie, I always felt, like, uncomfortable with Abercrombie, but I didn't really know why, and so now I get to look back and go, "That because it was fucking creepy."
Yeah, literally.
Like, we were so sexualized at that age, like,
And
it
honestly, now I'm mad about, like, all the documentaries I've watched about stuff like Abercrombie and, like, all these other businesses that don't even go far enough apparently because we're thinking like, "Oh, we're getting these big exposés about all that have happened," but it's like, no, you literally could have done a whole 'nother God knows how long and gotten into all of this.
and see,
You
that's
once
what's
again will
also
stop too.
exactly, you're stopped, like, you get
Mm,
to tell a story up to this point.
mhm.
And so the fact that they let any story get and that's also the part that's just so insane, like, you fuckers knew that this was really happening, and you let us be like, "Hey, is this happening? Oh, they're crazy? Oh, they're crazy. Oh, they're crazy. Okay, cool, they're crazy." But you
Mhm.
knew, like, that's what just it's blown my mind. I have been broken by this.
Can you imagine too, like, you're just saying how, like, guilty you feel now, like, in retrospect too. Can you imagine like the amount of survivor's remorse some of them had knowing that like I went through all of this and like even though like I want to like sit in the fact that all this was done to me, I managed to get out of it. Like there are people that like I witnessed get off in this situation and stuff and like I was
Yeah,
one of the ones that made it. So like that must create some kind of level of like I don't even
right?
feel like I can properly be a victim
Right?
in this
Right.
moment because I was one of the you can't even say you're one of the lucky ones because it's like I don't I wouldn't feel lucky in that situation, but I'm also like, well, I witnessed all this other stuff that it's so like I don't know how people like manage to get like back or if they ever get back to
Mm,
themselves or find any kind of semblance of normalcy after experiencing that for so long in their lives.
that's the thing, like, that because that world has always just been painted as, like, not real. There's no way that's really what's happening.
Mhm.
But if that was your world, if
Mhm.
that was your like, there were baby farms. Girls who were being forced to basically carry children, and they take the babies away, and those babies are basically sold into this whole situation.
Yep. Yep. And
That is insane.
it makes you wonder too, like, now I'm kinda spiraling on my own, but it makes you
Ugh,
wonder too, because I wonder if some of, like, the TV creators or people, like, know or have heard about stuff like this, and that's what, like, makes them wanna, like, try to get stories bigger. Because like, obviously, I don't know hell, Dick Wolf could have been in the files for all I know, I don't know, but, like, I think about, like, Law& and Order SVU and, like, stuff like that, and, like, how they've done many
yes,
storylines about, like, the rings that go into,
yes.
like, essentially baby farming and stuff like that, and how they kinda really, like, take from the headlines and put into this show. Like, I have to imagine, like, he's gotten calls like,
Mhm.
stop it, don't put that story out," and, like, all that kinda stuff, but the stuff that's made it to us, like, there was recently, I think this season, an episode of Law& and Order SVU where literally they like, parents were, like, buying children. Like, this was literally a whole thing, like, on the show, and I'm like, I wonder
Mm.
like, obviously, it could just be, like, creative minds in the room, but you have to wonder too, like, I wonder how close he's gotten to, like, hear some of this stuff or listen, I'm not gonna put anything
Well
on him, but, like, how
well,
like,
did you hear about the Simpsons creator is in the files?
no, what the see?
And so that's also I just got chills because we're always like, "Oh, The Simpsons has been predicting stuff this whole time."
Oh, goodness.
And I don't know, like, the extent of which that Matt Groening is in there. I don't know if, like, they were participating. I only saw a creator talk about how they were in the files,
Mhm.
and that explains why it's like, "Oh, was that why he knew?" Stuff as
Right.
opposed to just like because how else? We were just like, "It's magic. They must have" but the so, yeah, mhm, I
Oh,
know,
heavens.
I know. So I just like I'm just gonna bum us all out every Sunday. We're gonna do this now, okay?
No, we need this
This
was
is what we do.
this needed to be number one, applaud to you for like compiling this. Applaud to all the creators too that are like putting out stuff like I'm seeing people putting out stuff like hourly, daily, we like all the time about like going through actually like flipping the pages of the files and like pulling stuff that like people need to know and like drawing the comparisons and everything. Kudos to everybody for like not letting the media tell us not to focus on this.
Yeah, yeah, and
Mm.
and someone asked, it's not, because I wanted to make sure it's not Tilly's ex. Her ex was,
Okay.
Sam something, I think Matt Groening is the one
Okay.
that is in there.
Thank you for
'Cause I
saying it because I
I
literally stopped
wondered the same thing. I wondered the same thing. I was like, Tilly."
I
So
literally about to be like, "Tilly, give the money back. Give it back
yeah, give
right
it
now."
back right
Give it.
now. So yeah, this is just because this is all it's anytime I'm doing any episode, like when I was recording like my Summer House episode, my Beverly Hills episode, it's just I keep getting like flashes of these
Mhm.
things that have just because it's I think it's because like it's just been happening and we've not been protected. They've been protected. And like
Right.
we've just been out here totally unprotected. And
Mhm.
it's not just like one side or the other. Obama had some of this shit under his presidency. It's like the rule is once you get to this level and once you start fucking with the kids and you get it to do the Epstein networking of things, then we all protect each other and nothing can ever come get us.
I hate it so much. So
And,
much.
like, it's like they're in it's not even like we need to prosecute these people. They're already in charge. They're already
Mhm. The
I
judges
hate
in their
it.
pockets, every government
Ugh.
official just doing their bidding. It's all so gross.
And so I feel like because I need this is it's different. We've had these quote conspiracies come out before, and that's why I owe those people apologies because I was like,
Mm,
"You sound crazy." But
mm.
hello. And so now that we know, I'm like, "So you guys have known this whole time that all of this is real and you've done nothing?" I can't unsee it. I can't unknow it.
Yeah.
So this is this is we're talking about 2008, 2009. These stories are. I'm like, come on, people.
Mhm.
Oh
Mhm.
my god, I've been, like, I cannot. I've been in such a spiral. What I've been watching, though, to get out of it is, Potomac.
Yes.
I keep rewatching the Colorado episodes over
God,
and over again because
so good.
that it, like, pulls me out of it. It's so entertaining and so good that I'm like, "For a second, it's okay."
I know, there you go. I literally like my whole weekend I was like, I just wanna because I've had a rough like it's been a rough like 2 weeks, honestly, but like I was like, oh my God, I got a long weekend from work. I'm going to like just stay in, binge TV. Like that's all literally
Mm.
all I want to do.
Mm.
Imagine my surprise
Uh-oh.
when I, who has not been watching Beverly Hills even a second this season, turn on the Lincoln Lawyer new season for me to watch it and be like, oh my God, I love the Lincoln Lawyer, the movie. I love the show. I watch it every single season. To file Kyle damn Richards in the new season. Thankfully, she's not in it a lot. She's actually pretty okay. But
I wasn't sure where you were going with this. I'm like, "Who the fuck is in the Lincoln?" Oh my god,
yeah,
Kyle!
Kyle's in there. Her character's actually kind of funny though. I was like, okay, this is you this one time, Kyle, I'll allow it. This one time, okay? I'll let
Oh,
you
well,
did your
good
big
for
one.
Kyle.
I
Well,
know
good
you
for
did your big
Kyle.
one. There you go.
Are you guys let me check on you how are we doing? Are we okay here in the chat?
Oh, they're fully in it. Fully in it. Yes.
I'm so grateful that we had people were here and
Yes.
participating, and I'm sorry that we have to go through this
Yes.
together.
I think
But
you put it together perfectly though. We did all the fun first, and then if you
at
want to
the
stay
end
around for the spiral and to because we know all of y'all are getting inundated with it, like a lot of us are. It can
mhm,
be too much sometimes. If you can't handle it right then, we will not fault you for getting off. If you want to stick
yeah,
with us and talk through it,
exactly.
stay with us. Exactly.
Yeah. So I just think that that's, it's the best I can do now because
Mm.
I'm forever changed.
Yeah.
I can't keep this shit off my show anymore. So
Right.
it's just this is the truth we're living in. Truth sets you free. That's true. That's true.
Hmm.
Well, thank you guys, and wait, the fans. Let's at least do one nice thing for each other. Hi, everybody. Hi. Ah, the fans.
LGLO said that I was repping her city. Ew, Orlando, baby. Ew, ew,
Oh, is
ew.
that what it thinks? I can't see what it says on it.
I know it's the whole.
Is it in gold writing?
It's like floral. You don't
Oh, I
do it
like
in floral.
it
Now, I don't know what it is.
because it's reflecting, so it looks like
Mm.
it's like a shiny gold. Oh, that's a cute
Aw,
hat.
thank
I like that,
you.
actually. That's nice.
Thank you.
Um, all right, guys. Well, love you. We'll see you guys next week and take care of yourselves. Thank you, Kendrick. Mwah,
Thank you.
bye. Thanks for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed the show.
And make sure you're subscribed to and following the I Cannot with Kendrick Tucker podcast and with Kendrick Tucker on Instagram and Threads.
She's Speaking with Emily Hanks is available everywhere you get your podcasts, on YouTube, and also exclusive bonus content is available on the Patreon. If you want to support our shows, please rate and review on whatever platform you listen, or you can buy us a coffee. Links for everything will be in the description.
Love you all. See you next Sunday.